Hi divas, and welcome to a bit of a different video because today we're not playing Just Impress. I'm going to be answering your questions instead because I wanted to make a Q&A video to celebrate 10,000 subscribers. Although it did take me a while to make this video, I'm so sorry. So we're really close to 15,000, which is just so incredible, and I'm really so grateful. Your support has been absolutely amazing, and I cannot even express how much that means to me, and all of you are so sweet. This community is just so wonderful. So I wanted to give you a chance to get to know me this way then, so you can at least know what I'm all about besides just playing the game. So I'm gonna be answering as many questions as I can, but I did get a lot more questions than expected, so I probably won't be answering all of them. I'm really sorry if I skip your question, but I picked questions that are in the most wide range, and I kind of sectioned them from personal questions to general YouTube questions and then Dressed in Dress questions. So now let's just get started. Before we do start though, let me just give you a bit of context to what you're looking at. So I made 4 different outfits inspired by all of the updates that I experienced in the game, which will be the summer update, brat update, Halloween, and Christmas. So that's just something that you'll be seeing in the background while I answer your questions. But now let's actually start. So is Gabriella your real name, or is Gabby just a nickname? Well, let me surprise you and tell you that my real name is actually Monica. And the channel name, I'll talk about it in a bit, how I came up with it. But how old am I and where am I from? So I'm 24 and I'm from Croatia, and in my video where the number of letters decides how many items I'm allowed to put on, I counted in Croatian just as like a little fun little trivia, and a lot of you just didn't really hear me say that I'm gonna count in Croatian because it was just kind of like a random little detail, because I thought that most people knew that I'm from there, because I didn't really know that that video would attract so many new people, so everyone was just so confused. The comment section in that video is such a mess, and that just made me laugh so much, to be honest. But kind of a related question, when I asked you to give me questions for Q&A, I also mentioned that I was gonna be on a flight soon, and a question I got was, where was my flight taking me? And that was to Croatia to spend some time with my family for the holidays. And that's also the reason why I didn't make this video for so long, because I just didn't really want to make this video while I was there, because my setup was just super improvised and my videos were kind of lower quality than usual. So I wanted to wait to properly make this video to answer all of your questions in peace. And kind of related to that as well, do I have any pets? Yes, I do, and that's also the reason why I didn't really have any peace while I was in Croatia, because I have 2 cats, but they live with my mom, and their names are Thil and Gabi. Well, Gabi is a bit of a clue to my channel name. I'll explain the lore in a bit. And do I have a boyfriend or a girlfriend? I do have a partner. We've been together for 5.5 years already. Wow, that went by so quickly. And the last question in this section is, am I going to do a face reveal? I absolutely will. I have absolutely no problem with showing my face. I just don't really do it in videos because it feels a lot more permanent, if that makes sense. So I'm not really that comfortable yet. But when I do start live streaming, which is hopefully going to be soon, I'm just trying to figure out some things to make my setup a little bit better, to make the experience a little bit more comfortable. I will use facecam then. Maybe not in the first few streams, just to kind of get the general vibe of the experience, but then later on I will. I already did that on my Sims channel, so I have pretty much no problem with it. But now let's move on to more YouTube specific questions. So what inspired me to start my YouTube channel? And for context, I have 2 YouTube channels. This is my second channel, and my first channel is my channel where I do Sims 4 content. It is on a bit of a hiatus right now, which is unfortunate, but I will continue making content there very soon. But for this channel, it was honestly kind of random. I just really started enjoying the game, and when I enjoy something, I want to create and I want to share. So I first started making just random little TikToks of lookbooks and ideas for some specific themes, and that was kind of doing well. So I started posting all those things to Pinterest as well, and that was doing really well. So I thought, why not try on YouTube? I already enjoy making videos and I have experience with it, so might as well try. And then this entire thing happened. I never really thought that this channel would go absolutely anywhere, so I'm still just kind of jump scared that so many of you are actually here and enjoying these videos. But what is my process of actually creating and uploading the videos? Well, I have like a really big list of video ideas. First of all, most of them are your suggestions actually. actually, and some of them are inspired by my old Sims videos because there's actually quite a lot of overlap, so sometimes I do the same challenges that I did there already and stuff like that. So first I kind of look at my list, see what I could be recording, and then when it comes to actually recording, I record with OBS and then I edit with Premiere and a bit of CapCut as well, so it's a combo of those two software, and then just make the thumbnail in Photoshop. I think that that's kind of a classic combo of tools when it comes to uploading videos. But is it difficult to upload videos daily? Yes, it absolutely is. It's kind of exhausting just because I'm not really on top of my schedule, so that's completely my bad. I just kind of work really last minute. Like I record, then I immediately have to edit, and then I immediately have to upload. It's all just kind of like a lot, and it then turns into like a 6-7 hour chunk of time all at once. But that's again my bad because I'm not really managing my time as well as I should. So sometimes I'm not really uploading daily. Ideally I would like to upload every other day, but right now I'm still trying to kind of get back to the point of where I was, because when I was in Croatia for a couple of weeks, I do have to admit that that did kind of hurt my channel here, so I'm still just kind of trying to bounce back. So I'm uploading a little bit more often, but in the future I think it's gonna be every other day or so. Now, a fun question: how did I come up with my channel name? I did tease this question a couple of times already. So it's inspired by my cat Gabby, and that is because my Sims channel, which is called Thilsey, is inspired by my other cat Phil. So he's older, so I had him first, and his name is super unique. Don't even ask about the origin, it's kind of cursed, but that was my first channel name. And then when I decided that I'm gonna make a separate channel for Dress to Impress, I thought it would be kind of cute to dedicate the channel name to the other cat now, so it's kind of like a sister channel to the Sims channel, so the names are also kind of matching. I thought that would be kind of cute. It is causing a bit of confusion because it does look like my name is Gabriella actually, but yeah, it's because of Gabby, my cat. And do I have tips for people trying to become successful YouTubers? Well, I would say that you're asking the wrong person because I'm not necessarily considering myself successful, but I am doing as best as I can, so I guess I'm just gonna share how that works. And I'm afraid to say that the advice is gonna be very generic because it's just true. You have to be consistent and do the things that you enjoy. That's really all that goes into it, and you will get better with practice. You just have to make videos. You can't really get better if you're not doing it at all. So maybe at first your videos are gonna suck and they're not gonna perform well, but with practice you'll get better and it's all just gonna be a better experience overall. But I think that consistency is key because obviously if you're consistent and you're working on videos more, your skill will increase, so yeah, you will get better. But also if you're consistent, you will kind of get used to having this schedule in your life, and you will also learn how to manage all of that. So I think that just making videos and making more of them and then more of them is the key here. But now let's move on to more Dress to Impress specific questions. And the first one is, when did I join Dress to Impress? And I basically did say that just at the beginning of the video because I did start with the summer updates outfit in here, and I did join somewhere midway through the summer update. I believe it was somewhere mid-July or so. I'm not totally sure, but I know that the Brat update happened not so long after. But what made me love Dress to Impress and decide to make a video about it? I really love this question, and I'm gonna throw in an extra question in there. How did I even learn about Dress to Impress? And that was actually through TikTok live streams, because my TikTok algorithm was really aggressive with live streams at a time, and I kept getting these like random live streams of a game that I was unfamiliar with, but it did look interesting. I just never really bothered to look into it, but I just kept getting the live streams and I was like, oh my god, what even is this game? Let me see. And that's where it all started because I never really played Roblox before. But anyway, what made me love Dress to Impress specifically? I already kind of did say why I made videos about it. When I like something, I just want to share it, so that's kind of the gist of it. But why do I love it? Well, it's essentially just a dress-up game, but with an extra layer in it. Because when I was a kid, I really loved dress-up games, kind of like on Girls Go games, random flash games, and also I really loved Stardoll. So this is kind of like that, but with an extra layer because you're in an actual environment that you can walk around in, and there's also this time limit and themes and voting. So it's just like bringing that nostalgia of those dress-up games, but in a different package, which is kind of exciting. What is my favorite Dress to Impress update? I would have to say Halloween. It's just really iconic to me. It was so huge, everyone was just so hyped, and everything looked so different. The map was completely new, it was was just so big and grand. I feel like that update is definitely gonna be the biggest one in a while. And kind of speaking of, since we did get some Lana lore in that update, what do you think about Lana's backstory or lore? And I honestly don't really have much thoughts about it, unfortunately, because at first in the Halloween update, I didn't really care for it whatsoever. I just wanted to get the reward items, so I didn't even listen to the dialogue, the song, nothing. I just could not care less. And in the Christmas update, I was interested to kind of hear about it, but I never got a chance to, because when I was trying to do the quest, all the people that were with me were just spamming in the chat to skip the cutscene because they just wanted to start playing, so I never got to see it. So I don't know anything. If you asked me what Lana's deal is, I don't know. I think I have a general idea of what her story is, but honestly, I don't know. So hopefully someday when I'll have time, I'll have a chance to kind of look back on it and figure out what's happening. And the last question that I'll get to today is, am I ever planning to do collabs with other Just Impressed creators? Well, I would like to do collabs, but in the future, because right now I'm still kind of catching up with my own content, if that makes sense. Like I did say, I'm currently trying to push myself a little bit harder and upload daily, which is kind of difficult. So I don't really want to have another person be involved, because I will also have to work differently to respect their schedule and their time and all of that. I just don't think that I can manage that right now, or even for a while now. So I hopefully will do some collabs in the future, but currently I'm not really looking to do any. And honestly, I'm not totally even sure who I would do a collab with, because I don't really have anyone that I know in the community. I know of a lot of creators and I do watch them sometimes. I don't really watch a lot of Dress to Impress content, to be fair. I do try to be supportive and sometimes I comment on other people's videos because I like their content, but I don't really watch that many, because at the end of the day, when you've been recording and editing all day, you just don't really want to be looking at that game anymore. But yeah, I just don't really even know that many people, as in like that I'm friends with anyone or something, so it does feel kind of awkward to just reach out to someone and say like, hey, collab with me. So yeah, collabs are a bit tricky, so I'm not totally sure what's going to be happening with that. But that is all the questions that I'm going to do today, and again, I'm really sorry if I skipped some of your questions. I just really didn't want to make this too long, because it is a little bit draining to listen to that entire info dump, but I hope that you enjoyed it. And again, thank you so much for submitting your questions. I was so surprised to get so many, but I hope that you learned something new about me. And if you do have any more questions that you would really like to know, definitely just write them down in the comments. I don't mind answering pretty much anything as long as it's, you know, reasonable. But again, also thank you so much for being here. Your support is just incredible. I wouldn't be here without you, so this is all because of you. But I'm gonna go now, so thank you for again being here and listening to all of this. I really appreciate it. So see you in the next video. Bye.